How to think freely like a Stoic. Let me ask you a brutal question. Are your thoughts truly yours, or are they secondhand, picked up from social media, school, the news, or even your childhood? Because if you don't control your mind, someone else will. And the Stoics? They knew this over 2,000 years ago. They trained their minds like warriors, not to win arguments, but to win freedom. Real freedom. The kind that can't be taken away by money, power, or politics. Today, I'll break down how to think freely like a Stoic, using timeless habits from Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca, combined with real-world modern challenges. No fluff, just mental firepower. Let's begin. Chapter 1. The mental prison most people live in. Modern people believe they're free, but they're not. They're mentally trapped by the fear of judgment, social trends, toxic productivity culture, outrage addiction, approval-seeking. Marcus Aurelius saw this coming. He wrote, "You are afraid of death because you love your chains." Most people are not thinking, they're copying. The first step to free thought is knowing you're not free. Once you see the cage, you can start breaking it. Chapter 2. Master your inner dialogue. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you respond that matters." That response? It comes from your inner dialogue, the voice inside your head that interprets the world. If you let that voice run wild, filled with fear, ego, or impulse, you're not thinking freely, you're reacting. Free thinkers learn to pause, observe, and question that voice. They train it to be clear, calm, and wise. Example: someone fails an exam. Inner voice says, "I'm stupid." But a Stoic voice says, "What can I improve?" You can't silence the inner voice, but you can rewire it. Chapter 3. Practice voluntary discomfort. Freedom comes from strength, not just physical, but mental, and strength comes from discomfort. Seneca would sleep on the floor and wear worn-out clothes, even as a rich man. Why? To remind himself, I can survive anything. Voluntary discomfort sharpens the mind. When you're not dependent on pleasure, comfort, or convenience, you think clearer. Try this. Skip your morning coffee. Take cold showers. Fast once a week. Walk instead of drive. It's not punishment. It's preparation. A Stoic doesn't fear what they can survive. Chapter 4. Train the art of mental clarity. Free thought requires clarity, but modern life is a fog machine. Endless scrolling clickbait headlines. Your mind is constantly pulled in 100 directions. That's why Stoics practiced mental stillness. Marcus Aurelius would write daily to sort his thoughts. He wasn't posting for likes. He was clearing the fog. Here's how to do it. 1. Journal every night. Write what bothered you and why. 2. Meditate in silence. 5 minutes of awareness can change your day. 3. Remove noise, curate your content, detox your feed. Your thoughts become clearer when your life becomes quieter. Chapter 5. Question. Every belief, especially your own. You can't think freely if you never question your thoughts, and that includes your deepest beliefs. Ask yourself, why do I believe this? Who taught me this? Is this truth or tribal loyalty? Seneca warned us, the mob is the most dangerous thing of all. Even smart people become slaves to groupthink. Thinking freely requires courage. Courage to be wrong. Courage to challenge the crowd. Courage to admit, I don't know. The Stoic doesn't follow blindly. They investigate like a philosopher and act like a warrior. Chapter 6. Negative visualization equal to mental armor. Most people run from negative thoughts, but Stoics? They use them as tools. It's called premeditatio malorum, preparation for misfortune. They imagined losing their wealth, their reputation, even their lives. Not to be miserable, but to be ready. When you've already faced it in your mind, the world loses its grip on you. Example: before a job interview, imagine rejection. Then move forward anyway. That's mental freedom, choosing courage over comfort. Chapter 7. Live by principles, not trends. Trends change. Opinions flip. But values? They anchor the mind. Every Stoic lived by a personal code. Wisdom, justice, courage, self-discipline. These weren't just ideas. They were daily decisions. Ask yourself, what do I stand for when no one is watching? What would I do if I didn't fear backlash? Principles create internal freedom. Because once you know your values, you don't need constant validation. Thinking freely is one of the greatest challenges in today's world. But Stoicism gives us the map. Don't just absorb ideas, examine them. Don't just react, respond with reason. Don't just follow, lead your mind. This is the power of Stoic thinking, and it's available to anyone who trains for it. If you're ready to master your mind, subscribe to Everyday Stoicism. We're building a tribe of thinkers, warriors, and modern philosophers. Your mind is your kingdom. It's time to rule it.